Hello everybody, welcome back to another session of the Hopry. My name is Mark Starr, and today we're going to be looking at a collaboration beer. In fact, it's more than just a collaboration, it's a blend of two IPAs. It is called the I Hardcore You, and it is a collaboration between BrewDog and Mikkeller. So, really what they wanted to do was set out to basically do a collaboration where they blended one of their beers. Mikkeller's version of this is called I Beat You, I believe that's what it's called, and it's kind of a play on IBU, but anyway, it's called I Beat You. And then BrewDog's version of it is called the Hardcore IPA. So basically they took those two beers, they said they blended them, and then hopped it up even more. So I have a lot of expectations for this. I've never had a BrewDog beer. I have had plenty of Mikkeller beers. I have not had the Hardcore IPA, but we did review their 1000 IBU. So I know that they are more than capable of hopping beers way up. So that's what I'm hoping is the case with this one. Now this one does clock in at 9.5%. I'm also very happy to report that this comes in a 11.2 ounce bottle. Very good job, guys. I'm really, starting to struggle seeing all these beers in 750 milliliter bottles, 22 ounce bombers. I really like these single serving size bottles. I think that, most beers of this size, that's really all you need. So anyway, so let's see what the Mikkeller BrewDog collaboration has got going on. Alright, let me set that up there. Hopefully you guys can see that bottle sitting up there. Alright, well I'll tell you what, I can already smell it, so that's a good sign. So the color, for a IPA, actually this is an Imperial IPA, the color is really dark. It's got that really dark, cloudy, brownish orange color. I tend to see these come a lot lighter than this. I have seen Imperial IPAs, approaching this color before, so, this one's really, I think, on the darker end of the spectrum. The head on it, really a nice looking head. It's got that really nice, soft, frothy tan look. It almost looks like, something that they would top a latte off with, so the bubbles are really tight, really uniform in size, really a good looking head on this beer. But anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and, get the hop detectors in there and just see exactly how much hop's coming out of here. All right, well, here we go. Yeah, so there's a lot of citrus in here. There's also a lot of pine. I am getting the fact that there's a lot of Simcoe in here. I would imagine, and in fact, when I looked up one of these beers, and I can't remember exactly which one, I know they brew it with a lot of Centennial hops, also a lot of Simcoe hops. So I am really getting those, components out of there. Lots of grapefruit and pine, though, which tells me there's probably more Simcoe than anything, if I had to guess. This smells exactly like a really big American double IPA. So with that said, that just makes me even more excited to try it. So let's do it. Cheers. Boy, that's really good. And the first thing that strikes me, in addition to those piney, citrusy components in there, is just how nice the malt is in this. I mean, there's a perfect amount of sweetness to really balance out those hops. And I know this is a really fresh bottle, so that's making me really happy. But I think the overall flavor, the sweetness, the bitterness, really mixing with that pine, that grapefruit, a little bit of citrus in there as well, really making for a good beer. There's also this really interesting character to this beer that I like as well. And you don't see it a whole lot in Imperial IPAs, but every once in a while, it'll kind of pop up. And that's kind of the flavor of a over-ripened peach. So, when a peach is really young and fresh, that peach flavor is just, it's very obvious. Once you let that peach go past, its peak, and you kind of get, kind of that over-ripened peach taste. I really get that out of here. So, tons of flavor on the palate. The bitterness is not overwhelming because, as I said earlier, the malt character in here is just really supporting those hops nicely. I'll tell you, man, this is one of the more enjoyable IPAs I've had probably in the last month. Now, keep in mind, I drink IPAs a lot. Sometimes you get really good IPAs. Sometimes, you get your, run-of-the-mill IPAs that, do what they're supposed to do and give you what they're supposed to, but they don't really kind of stand out in a crowd. And I feel like this one stands out in a crowd, and that's really what I've been looking for lately, is kind of that wow factor. Something that says, hey, I'm very different than the rest of the beers on the market. And an 11.2 ounce bottle, I could have one of these every night from when I come home from work. But anyway, really, really enjoy this collaboration. I only bought one. I did see about 15 more of these on the shelf. So I'm probably going to go back and buy a couple more later. Make sure I put those things in the fridge. Make sure you go to my campaign tab to fridge the hops. But anyway, that's about it for tonight, guys, really. I mean, I think this beer is a success, and I would definitely recommend it. And if you can get it, go get it, and I guess enjoy it. But anyway, well, thanks a lot for coming back to thehopry.com. My name is Mark Starr, and we'll see you guys later. Cheers.